it seems a meeting of different worlds, they share a common bond. Both have grandparents that are Holocaust survivors.
Well, my grandfather had 9 of his brothers and sisters that he's never seen since. It is real for my family too.
Even in Paris, Joel comes face to face with Jewish history in the Shoah Museum.
You're taught in education what went on during the wars, but it does upset me, and I block things like that from my mind, you know, especially when it's to do with children and persecution, and I try not to think about it. Do you know, it didn't matter how religious you were. No, you were born Jewish, you were the enemy.
Polish Jews suffered worst of all. Of the 3.5 million population, 90% perished. Jack Eisenberg survived Buchenwald concentration camp only to be sent to a munitions factory in Colditz. His luck ran out in April 1945 when he was one of 600 people who were force-marched to the Jewish ghetto of Terezin, 100 miles to the east.
We didn't march, we shuffled. No food, nothing. We did about 7 miles a day. If you couldn't walk march, you were shot. And we start looking for food. And I find the story, a pea on the floor, dried out. And I am really elated. I found food.
After 2 weeks on his death march, Jack and a handful of survivors arrived in Terezin.
How many started the journey? 600. And arrived 60. That's the story. I knew I'm dying because I had no more strength left to fight or even to dream.
155,000 men, women and children passed through the Terezin ghetto. Many died of disease and starvation, or were sent to extermination camps. 70 years on, Jack visits a haunting reminder of their devotion to their faith. This hidden prayer room was painted by a German Jew who died at Auschwitz.
You can hear the voices, the screams. Honestly, really, I'm really living something I missed. I'm a much happier person, believe me or not. Yeah.
Jack was in Terezin for barely 2 weeks when Germany surrendered. His nightmare was over.
I heard the Russian tanks. And I'm liberated. Gosh, I've got to live. The suffering has finished. The worthlessness is gone. I want to live. That's right.
The festival of Purim commemorates the deliverance of the Jewish people from destruction in the ancient Persian Empire. The story is read in public from the Megillah throughout the day.
Of course I've come down here to hear the Megillah and eat. And as we say, as us Jews say, to fress. Cheers, Joanne. Cheers. Yeah.
This is Purim today. It's one of our happy occasions that we have in the year, even though we do drink on other occasions, but there's lots of drink for this one.
So while we're spending Purim in this elevated mood of simcha, for those of us who are less fortunate,
A happy Purim to all!
The Manchester Jewish community is my life. They are fabulous, fabulous community. We work together, we stick together, and it's your home, it's where you've been brought up. I walk in the street, hi Burnett, walk here, hi Burnett, no that one, I'm in town, hello, hello, how are you? My dad grew up here, I grew up here. I love when they talk about my family. With loads and loads and loads and loads of wonderful friends.
At Purim, even the dressing up has a religious significance.
The idea of fancy dress is to hide our real selves. God is always there. He is hidden. He is masked. So it's not the idea of fancy dress, it's the idea of masking our own identities.
Welcome to my abode.
Purim's a fun festival because the kids get a chance to dress up. It's one time that Jewish people are allowed to get drunk. Not that they don't anyway, but it's a fantastic festival.
It might look like all we do is drink, drink, drink and eat. But each festival we're eating different food.
We had a fast day before Purim.
Yeah, we couldn't eat for 12 hours.
After the joy of Purim, Michael and Burnett have something else to celebrate.
This is our middle boy, Sorley. Never knew a thing on Sunday. Went to a wedding, went to everything. Everyone's asking me what's happening to Saul. Why isn't he getting engaged to this gorgeous Gilla? And I kept saying, oh, it'll come, it'll come, it'll come, it'll come. And then all of a sudden, in the morning, I get a text from my bedroom to his bedroom. Come in my room now. Guess what? I'm engaged. When the right one comes, that's what you do. You get married. And what we say, if a B'Sherta comes, which is a fate, one that comes, then that's a boy or girl that gets married. But I've got to lose some weight because I need to get some weight off, otherwise I'm not going to look nice as a mother of the bridegroom. I do make nice food, don't you think?
It's dawn at Manchester Airport. Zevi and Erica's wedding celebrations continued for 6 days. Now they're flying to America and starting life as a strictly Orthodox married couple.
I'm going to New York for a bit while my wife finishes off her 2 master's degrees. The synagogue have kept my job open for me, so I can always come back.
you know, we'll miss them, but obviously very pleased for them.
I'm married. And I'm wearing a wig.
So the only person who can see her uncovered hair is other women or myself. I hope to become a very rich man, to become a father of lots of children, a very good husband, a very big rabbi, have lots of pupils, and eventually to come back with the Messiah to Jerusalem, whenever that may be. So those are my hopes and aspirations, in no particular order.
And to top it all, Zevi's football team went on to win the Tony Cohen Cup final in his absence. As one goes away, another returns. Jack Eisenberg is coming home to Manchester. In 1945, against all odds, he survived the Holocaust. He was flown to Britain with 300 other war orphans in the bomb bay of an RAF bomber. His remarkable moment of liberation was even captured on film.
And the fellow from the crew says, "Don't press that button, because this is the bombing hatch. It won't be bombs, it will be you."
Jack came to Britain penniless. He went on to build a successful luggage business in Manchester.
Chapin stands for Jack, myself, P-I-N, Pinky, and D-A, David. This all Holocaust survivors, all three. God was good to me, good to my wife, good to my grandchildren. I've got no argument with God.
The Holocaust had robbed Jack of his family and his faith. He'd never had a bar mitzvah as a boy because he was living under Nazi occupation in Poland.
Surviving the war, genocide. I'm not religious anymore. What counts to me, but with all due respect, is not religion so much. Goodness of a person.
And that's being, by the way, that's being religious. That's the whole of Judaism.
After waiting for a lifetime, Jack is going to have his bar mitzvah at 85 years old.
Baruch Hu es Adonai hamvoirach. Baruch Adonai hamvoirach lo ilavuot. Baruch atah Adonai leheinu melech haolam. Baruch atah Adonai noisen hatoiro.
Amen. Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov.
Shema beni musar avicha.
It's a revenge of the Nazis. They stole it from me. And they thought they got away. They didn't. And what holds the Jews a little bit together is also their history, the suffering.
Yankiv, Mazel Tov.
Anotzi lachem min ha'aretz.
And welcome to the celebration of Jack's bar mitzvah.
Better late than never, Jack.
I'm quite proud to be a Jew because we have a certain way of living. We are very close to the family. We're quite decent. That's what I'm proud of.
Go on, Jack.
Ever wanted to join the circus? This week your chance has come as we go behind the scenes of one of Britain's oldest circuses. It's been touring since the 1800s, but can it survive in the 21st century? The circus is Friday at 9. This evening, though, will little Bernie's bar mitzvah be overshadowed by the World Cup in '66? Our film after the news next.